Big D here. That's Liam. Welcome back to another episode of Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage. Sorry that we're having to do this on Tuesday and not able to record yesterday. We were still waiting on parts to show up, which they finally did, so we're in good shape there. Ran by the parts store this morning, picked up some extra needed stuff. We have our stone honer for our drill to hone our cylinders real quick, give them a nice new clean surface, cross hash, so the rings get a nice good seal. We are reusing the stock rings. We did inspect them already. The rings are in good shape, so they're okay to reuse. So we're in good shape there.
And the engine didn't have that many miles on it, so
Yeah.
that's pretty well.
Yeah. Ooh, got a head brush from
Yeah,
standing upside down for too long.
probably should have those on the table.
Yes.
We got some extra stuff too.
Yeah, got some extra stuff, needed stuff for the shop as well, because always got to have WD-40.
Yeah.
And we ran out of our WD-40, so we got that. Picked up 2 bottles of CarQuest brake parts cleaner. Makes great parts cleaner for pretty much anything.
Yeah.
We got our ultra red assembly lube for doing the reassembly of the motor, of course. We got our blue RTV for all of our water jacket areas like the water pump and stuff like that. We got our blue painter's tape for repainting the block and heads.
And it's also good to tape off the intake before you put it on.
Yes. And we got our full-size caulking tube of black RTV silicone, because this is the most important one and the one that's mostly used on a motor rebuild. So wanted to make sure I had plenty of it. So
That's plenty.
that's the extras. I'll let Liam kind of set that stuff off to the side over there.
Yep, I'll just move it over.
And then I will show you what all we got from Summit Racing yesterday. Okay, my water and my
Too much stuff.
big addiction.
Yeah.
Trust me, guys, you'd rather see me sitting here puffing on that than having a cigarette dangling out of my mouth like I used to when I was a mechanic. We're just gonna take all this out.
Get the
at
box out of
once,
the way.
Get the big box out of the way, and then we will
I'll hand them to you.
show you guys everything. Okay, we got all that out of the main box.
I guess we'll start with this since it's
Yes, so
We should-
starting with this is our Summit Racing replacement 8-inch harmonic balancer, or harmonic dampener, whatever you want to call it, goes on the front of the motor. As you guys know, when we took the motor apart, ours was pretty jacked up. So we got a new one. So let me show this one to you. It's basically same as OE, but
There's some extras.
it's also, if you look at what it says on there, if the camera is focused,
It should be okay.
Pro Street. This
Very
is
pretty, actually.
This is a Pro Street harmonic balancer. The benefits of having this balancer on this motor for whoever buys it, if in the future you decide to do even more intense building of this motor, this particular harmonic balancer, instead of just having 0 to, I forget what the standard ones are, 0 to 10 or 20 or
I think
whatever.
it's 10 or 12.
Yeah, something like that. This one has the timing marks on it to advance the ignition timing all the way up to 60 degrees. So that's pretty freaking cool. I know you guys probably can't see the marks
No,
on the
they probably
camera,
can't see it.
but
They're
yeah,
on, trust
they're
us.
there.
You're fine. You'll see it during assembly.
And yes, big no-no guys, and I'm very well guilty of doing this myself. Do not paint your frickin' harmonic balancer. Okay? Don't paint it. Only thing you need to paint, and that is what I will do with this one, is all the timing marks on here so you can see them better with the timing gun. I will take a white paint pen and fill in all the numbers and lines. Yeah, you paint inside the grooves because everything's pretty much stamped. So you fill in those grooves and then wipe the excess off the surface, and then the white paint stays only in the grooves that you painted, and it makes it to where a freaking blind man can see them with a damn freaking timing gun.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes it so much easier on you, especially if you're not familiar with tuning your own motor with a timing gun. It not only makes it easier on you for doing it the first time, but it also makes it easier on your tuner if you take it to a dyno or something like that and have it professionally tuned. Your dyno guy will greatly thank you for having all that stuff painted.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's our new harmonic balancer for you guys.
And item number 2.
Item number 2 is, let me see if there's the big one. Yes, there is. These are our new main bearings for the motor. And what is really freaking cool about these, if you guys are new to the channel, I recommend going back and watching the disassembly videos and the getting ready for, or not the disassembly videos, but the getting the motor ready for the machine shop videos. You will see that we took a honing tool, a porting stone, and we opened up all the oil ports on the block and deburred the block and all that stuff, so it's got phenomenal freaking oil flowing now. But what makes it even better is, and I don't know if you guys can see this or not because it is in the plastic wrap, I'll go ahead and take one out so you guys can see it better. These main bearings not only have the factory oiling hole, let me show it to Liam,
Yeah, here's it.
but they also have a oil groove built into them, which most bearings don't. They're just smooth with your oil hole. So these bearings, on top of us opening up all the oil ports in the motor, this motor is going to have phenomenal lubrication.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, phenomenal lubrication. So I don't think you're ever going to have to worry about anything not getting oil to it in this motor.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, we're going to be good in that department. Very, very well lubricated. Here's our back. These are your rear bearings for the back. So those are pretty cool. Okay, those are your main bearings. Over here, we now have our brand new rod bearings. The rod bearings do not have the extra oiling groove in them.
Because they don't have rolling.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's still
They're
good.
also very thin, so oiling groove probably wouldn't be very effective.
No.
It'd probably just make them weaker.
And with us opening up the oil passages and stuff in the block, these aren't going to have any trouble getting the lubrication.
No.
They're going to be just fine. So these are pretty much just your basic stock rod bearing replacements. Nothing real special about those, but they do the job. So let's get these wrapped back up. I forgot to wrap the other ones back up, so we'll do that real quick.
I'll take care of that. While you talk about the rest.
Yeah, we'll get that wrapped up. As you guys know, like we said on Saturday, and on Thursday, did we say it? I don't remember. Anyway, as you guys know, this whole motor putting back together rebuild is going to be done in 20 to 30 minute videos with their own intros and outros. So this first one is pretty much us just gonna unbox everything, show you everything that we got for the motor. So, okay, really won't be any work in this first video. All right, let's open the Ziploc bag. It's pretty funny that they had to put a hazmat sticker on the big box. Oh, okay, so our first can here, we got our Duplicolor engine enamel high temp gloss black. Okay, so our gloss black, that's basically for our accessories and pulleys are going to be repainted in a nice fresh coat of black. Then here we got 2 cans of this. We only got 1 can of black because we're not going to be using a whole lot of black. We will be using a lot of this though. Yes, I'm a traditional guy. Yes, this crate motor, when it was bought and put in the car, it was painted black by Chevy. But me being traditional old school, she going back to the traditional Chevy orange. To me, that is the only proper color for a Chevy V8, or a Chevy small block, I should say.
Yeah.
Is Chevy orange.
You
Okay.
should paint on the license like 15.
Actually, that's actually what I'm doing.
Really cool.
Yeah, the LS that's going in dark sin now, I'm actually gonna paint the block orange.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, and then it would actually look like an LSX because the LSX boxes were painted orange. But yeah, anyway, so we got 2 cans of our traditional Chevy orange, also high temp. And all these paints are fluids and oils and all that stuff resistant.
Yeah.
So on
Make
top
sure-
of being high temp.
Yeah, make sure you get all that when you buy this stuff.
Yes.
Make sure the can says it right there.
Now, to do the job properly, okay, and I used to be guilty of this back in the day too. Just freaking throwing the paint on the motor and calling it good and yay, what's pretty.
Yeah.
No. This is the proper way to do it, just like painting a car. You buy your engine primer and you prime your surfaces first after prepping. Prepping is key. You make sure you get all your oils from your hands, leftover grease that you might have missed, getting the block cleaned up, all that stuff. Always do a final wipe down prep. Then once you're done doing that, do a couple coats, light coats, don't put it on heavy. Couple coats of your primer until you get a nice build. Let that dry and cure. Repeat with your orange. Light coats, get a nice build, let it cure, then you're done. Simple. Okay, so that's that.
That's everything. Actually.
No.
No, you have one more can. Over there.
One more
You
can.
hid one from me.
As you guys know from the previous disassembly videos, at one point in time when I repainted this motor last, I painted the intake manifold black, and I believe I painted the brand new wind water pump either black or red. Can't remember what color I painted it. Basically, all the engine parts external that were originally aluminum color, because they were aluminum, are now going back to aluminum. This is made by Summit. It's called Summit Specialty Coatings, okay? And it's a cast aluminum finish. So what that means, it's not a polished aluminum, it's a cast aluminum finish. So it will look like factory aluminum again.
Yeah.
But it's just paint, repainting it, of course. Let me get these paint cans out of the way. So yeah, today's video literally was just an unboxing to show you guys what all we've got for the motor. Our next video, we will be honing the cylinders and getting them oiled. Yes, you do have to take a very light coat of engine oil and kind of coat the cylinders after you're done honing. That way they're getting nice and lubricated for when we go to put the pistons back in it. It will also get another coat of oil right before the pistons go in because of obviously runoff. Once we're done honing, then we can do the final prep wipe down of the block and start getting it taped up and start getting it painted. Don't know if we're going to get the painting stuff done today's video. Liam had a long night at work last night, so more than likely today we're going to do this video.
Yeah.
And our next one.
Yeah. So probably this week's videos are gonna be done.
Yes. So
in this recording.
So yeah. So today's video will obviously come out today, and then the next video that we are recording next will come out
Wednesday. Tomorrow.
Well, yes, will come out tomorrow, so we actually stay on time.
Yeah.
And then of course we'll have our normal podcast on Saturday.
I think we're thinking of going to YouTube this week.
Yeah. So if we do that, we'll definitely let you guys know for sure in the next video. Also, guys, want you guys to really, really take in and appreciate, like I do, the very hard work that Liam does with our editing. He busts his butt doing our editing on top of filming and working his night job. With that being said, he busted his all day yesterday creating a new amazing intro for the channel, for the videos. So please guys, appreciate his hard work like I do. I could not do the things that he does. And yeah, his editing, it just gets better and better and better and better with every video. And now he figured out yesterday.
You're gonna make me cry.
Sorry. Not trying to make him cry, but he did. When you guys see this intro, he freaking did a killer job. It is awesome. So please leave your comments and appreciation for his hard work. Okay, so with that being said, we're ending this video and we will see you guys in the next one. I'm Big D.
I'm Liam.
Thanks for watching Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage. We're out.